Alright guys, it's time to look at Ethena or ENA on the channel once again. We last looked at Ethena back on January 3rd, so it was this candle right here, this massive candle. And yeah, after that we had a couple of days more of upside, but only to get rejected here at basically $1.27 and do a double top. You can see that basically this double topped and it came all the way back down to about 40 cents. Got support here on this, let's say 42 cent weekly support. Now, at the moment, it is trying to break through the top of this, reaccumulation zone Fibonacci. Let's see if it can do that tonight. That would be a win in my book. As long as we can get, a daily candle above the Fibonacci here. And start to break into that next zone. You can see that in the last week we did have quite a few rejections here. We had 3 rejections, and yeah, so that's what we're faced with right now. If we can get through this Fibonacci, basically on a weekly time frame, 55.5 cents is the next resistance, and then you have the top of the Fibonacci here at about 68 cents to break through. So I want to look at the RSI now. And let's see how strong this move can be, or still can be. Now on the daily time frame, looks great. Pointed to the upside here. This is basically oversold. It's coming back into the normal territory. But yeah, that looks good on a daily time frame. Weekly, pointed heavily to the downside, but it's getting oversold, guys. So that is actually not too bad. I would say this would curve up here in the next couple of weeks. Slightly pointed to the upside here on the RSI, but yeah, it's in neutral territory basically, and I think on a monthly time frame this is not going to have anything printed. Yeah, I am right here. Now on a 4-hour time frame, overbought basically on the Stochastic RSI. Now it is pointed slightly upwards here on the RSI, so that's okay. Now on the 1-hour time frame, pointed down. Now, it just came out of the overbought territory on both, basically. But it is pointed down. So the 1-hour time frame, not too good. Now, 15-minute time frame, just to look at this, pointed pretty heavily to the upside on the Stoch. Kind of going sideways here on the RSI. So, yeah, what am I going to take away from, all of this? I would say in the near term, basically, you're probably going to see a little bit of a pullback because the 15-minute and the 1-hour don't look so good, but everything else doesn't look too bad. Now, the 4-hour here is overbought, but everything else is pretty much good. So, yeah, we may cool off just a little bit here in the short term, and maybe at the end of the weekend or something, it might start to pump again. Now, it may get through this Fibonacci tonight. Let's hope that we still have enough strength. But yeah, who knows? We may get another rejection. Now, taking a quick look at the tokenomics, guys, basically you do have a total supply of 15 billion. 3.12 billion is circulating, and it doesn't have any max supply. So that is a little bit worrying about this project. But if you remember, Trump's World Liberty Financial bought a load of this coin, I believe. So there's something going on. There's a reason why they're buying this. And that is not the reason why I bought this coin at all. I bought this coin back when it was about 21 cents, guys. So that was way before they started buying this, I believe. Anyways, all-time high, $1.52. So you're getting about a 68% discount here at the moment. So that's not too bad. I might even load up a little bit more on this if I can while it's still low. But yeah, like I tell in every video when I say that, I'm not made of gold. So I try to buy what I can. DCA, lower my average, things like this. And yeah, let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin. Now, if I open this up, we can look at this a little bit easier. So basically, we're still going sideways. Today, we have broken above the 97,000. Well, it's support right now. But keep in mind this is a weekly resistance and support. So right now we're being supported by it, but on a daily time frame. So as long as we close, from Sunday to Monday above this, that would signal this would become support. But yeah, keep in mind this is daily time frame. So basically we are just, ranging still and nothing is happening. So let's move to Ethereum now. Basically this is, the inverse head and shoulders I've been talking about for a while. Did my line save Ethereum? It did break below it a little bit, but hey, I mean, there is a wick here that's lower than the head, but that's just a wick. I still think this can play out to be an inverse head and shoulders. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments, guys. But basically, the target for this would be up here at about $5,400 if this plays out. So yeah, I do believe it has a chance. Although, I'm not very bullish on Ethereum. So let's take this one step at a time and let's see what happens. But yeah, it does need to start curving back up to the upside here and, basically create this right shoulder. Now, when we look at the total market cap, guys, right now we are supported on 3.19 trillion. Now keep in mind this is a weekly time frame support, and this is only a 4-hour candle right now. But in the last 4-hour candle, we broke above it, and we are using this as support. So that is actually, a first small step, and, it's in the right direction, so that's good. Next target is basically up here at 3.45 trillion, and, yeah, I mean, we have a long way to go, though. Now, taking a look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, slightly different. It did get support on the last 4-hour candle and also this 4-hour candle as well. So it broke above 1.25 trillion, earlier than the total market cap broke above the 3.19. So it's very similar though. It was just kind of ranging as well, as you see here, just like the total market cap with Bitcoin. But yeah, it actually is doing slightly better, I would say. Now, most important is this dominance chart, guys. You can see that basically it is breaking down out of this flag, and this is the daily time frame. Now, it did retest and try to get back in that flag, and it lost this, basically 61.05. And yesterday it tried to punch back through 61.05, got rejected. Even today it tried and is getting an even bigger rejection. Now, it does have support here at about 60.46. Now, the target of this breakdown is down here at about, 59.44, let's say. So that should take us under this legendary trend line, basically. Now, if I go back, you can see how far this went back. This went back like a couple of years. I mean, this was 2022 at the end when it started. So you can see this basically started in November of 2022, where the dominance just kept going up and up and up. Now, there was a slight deviation right before 2025. And yeah, for the most part, it rode that line for a very long time and then had a little bit of a fake out. So now let's see what happens. We could be getting faked out ourselves, but in my opinion, there's going to be an altcoin season soon. So anyways, the liquidation heat map, only about 200 million have been wrecked. That's not too bad. Now we are minus 4.19% for February. I think yesterday was like minus 5.7. So a little bit better, not great. And, let's see what happens. Altcoin season index 47. I think yesterday was a 47 too. So not much has really changed. If we look at the fear and greed, guys, 48 today. Yesterday was a 50. So we have cooled down just slightly. That's okay in my opinion. I would rather cool down at this point, than heat up too quickly. Now, the bull market peak indicators, the sell at the top, guys, it's still from 30 that have been hit. It's 100% hold. Nothing says sell your coins right now, guys. I want to make that very clear. Now, the Pi Cycle top indicator, this is probably the best indicator on that list. And if I zoom in, you're not going to see it crossed. So basically, we were closer in June of last year than we are right now still. Now, today we did have some economic news, and that was U.S. retail sales. That was slightly negative news. Now, it wasn't anything comparable to PPI and CPI, basically, like we had in the past couple of days. This was pretty much a small news event, but still, it's negative news. Now, next week, guys, we do have some, small economic things, but let's see, let me put this on next week and you'll see we do have some FOMC members speaking next week on Monday and Tuesday. We have New York Empire State Manufacturing. We also have the meeting minutes on Wednesday. That might be one of the biggest things to come out. We do have jobless claims, and yeah, Friday we have S&P Global Manufacturing PMIs, and we do have Michigan numbers. Now, I think, what was it, last week, Michigan numbers really hurt us because they were way off. Like here you have 4.3, and that was just unexpected, guys. I think it was like a whole percent, up from expectations. And yeah, let's see if this will be a little bit better this time. But it did really hurt Bitcoin and, markets in general last time it came out last week. So now, if we look at the interest rate cuts, basically, it's still like 97%, that still think we're not going to get a cut. That's if this chart will show you. I just made a video, though, on Jupiter, guys. And yeah, it was 97.5, as you see right here. So I don't know why the internet is slowing down, but yeah, only 2.5% believe we're going to get a cut. I was in this camp until we got PPI and CPI numbers in the past couple of days. But my stipulation was that basically we had to have good PPI and CPI, this month and as well as next month, in March. And, we just didn't get that this month. I mean, we had December and January numbers, CPI and PPI all pretty good. But this month, kind of a disaster. And a little bit afraid to see what happens, for next month after Trump has, threatened tariffs on half the world and things like this. So maybe we will have a little bit different inflation numbers for next month. Now, crypto bubbles, it actually looks okay. If it will load, like I said, this is slowing down tonight. But yeah, pretty much there's green across the board. There are a few projects here that are in the red, but not too badly. I mean, okay, Hex and Pulse, whatever chain and whatever, these three right here, they've been pumping lately. So yeah, naturally they have to cool down. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, like I said, I was just looking at Coinondo for Jupiter. They do have several, different tickers here for some reason for Jupiter. I'm not sure if this will have anything for ENA. Let's just take a look. I don't think I've ever looked for ENA on this. Okay, yeah, it does. So, wow, on Gate you can get 40%. So that's interesting. Now, there are several places, I guess, that you can stake your ENA. But yeah, you choose what you want to do with your ENA, if you want to stake it or not, and where you want to stake it. But this is the tool really that'll tell you where to get the best deals. Be careful, be aware of these limits and, and the time that you have to stake, if it's flexible or 7 days locked or whatever. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this with your friends, become a member of the channel. And guys, I really thank you for all your support. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, thank you, thank you.